we have the percentage of voters in each year. So if I have a table, right, that's going to be a regression. So I'm going to do stat, edit, and then stat, calc. Right? So here we go. All right, I have this old data, so if you remember, if you go up to the L2 and hit clear and then go down, it will disappear. Go over up to L1, hit clear, and down, then it will disappear. All right, make sure you're putting your data in L1 and L2. So now just enter in the year and percent voted. Okay, so the data is in there. We did stat, edit, entered the data, and then now we want to see if it is quadratic or linear. So I'm going to go up to the plot. That's my old data. All right, and I'm going to do zoom 9. So yeah, it looks kind of curvy there, right? That looks quadratic. So I'm going to do stat, calc, and that's going to be quadratic regression. And I'm going to go down to store, and I'm going to do alpha trace to get my Y1, to store the Y1 there. And I'm going to hit enter, enter. All right, so there's my A, my B, and my C. Okay, so my A is positive 0.29. Put your x squared, make sure you have that. And then B is negative 1.17, so that would be x. And then my C is a positive 70.3. All right, and so make sure that you have your variables and your exponents. Okay, you have to have the x squared and the x to make it be a quadratic model, right? Because this was remember this was quadratic regression. That was number 5, right? And then to store it here, you did alpha trace, right? That's how you get your Y1. And so now what it says, we want what percentage of voters. So that is the Y. We're asking for Y, and we're given X equals 1970. All right, well, remember though, T is the number of years since 1964. So 1970 minus 1964 is 6. Right, that was 6 years past. So I want to know Y1 with a 6, right? I'm going to put 6 into my function here. So I'm going to do alpha trace. Okay, alpha trace. Oops, let me quit out of here. So alpha trace, and I get my Y1. That's my function, that's F. And that's my model, and I'm going to put it in, I'm going to put 6 in there. That would be 1970, 6 years after 1964. So that would be 64.3. And that is the percentage of voters who participated in that election. Now it says here, what year? All right, so we're trying to find out X. X is what we don't know, right? So now, and we want the lowest percentage, so that would be a minimum, right? And I know this could be a minimum because my A is positive, so it goes, right? So my vertex is going to be a minimum. So to find my minimum, I'll just go into my calculator there. All right, so I'm looking for the minimum, so I'm going to do second trace. And the minimum is number 3. All right, so there is my curve of best fit. All right, and so I need to be to the left of it. So I hit the vertex, right? Here is my minimum down here. So I need to be one to the left, and then I'm going to go to the right of it. I'm going to take that spider thing over to the right. And now I'm to the right of it, so I'll hit enter. And then I'll hit enter for the guess. And then so the minimum X value, that's what I'm looking for, would be 19.96. And so that would be the lowest, oh, that's the X value. It says, yeah, it says the lowest percentage. So 19, or no, but that's the Y. The percentage is Y values, right? The percentages are the Y values. So if I'm looking at the Y values, that would be 58.6. All right, and so to get the min, remember you go second, or the max, you go second trace. All right, so to get the Y1, you do alpha trace. To get the minimum, you do second trace. Okay, good job.